Hello from the past, everybody. It is currently the middle of April. If you're seeing this now, it's because I decided to keep this whole huge project a secret for as long as I could. I thought it'd be a fun surprise to create some video to show you what we've been doing over the last months. And if this all goes to plan, you won't know about this stuff until the very end. It's going to be a really fun surprise and something I'm really excited to reveal. The past now 4 years, Salish Woodworks has grown considerably, busier than ever. Things are going really well, but as you know, and as you've been following me for a while, you know I desperately need more space. Not only to expand some of the tooling in my shop, but space to work, space to have multiple projects going at the same time, space so that I can not have to work around finished pieces before they go out the door, and just more efficiencies overall. My wife and I have been talking about what our plans are for the business, for the family, for Salish Woodworks. And what we've decided is that we're going to stay where we are and we're going to expand the shop for Salish Woodworks. And I'm so excited and so incredibly grateful to my wife and my family for their support and in our investment in this business to expand the shop to really just help Salish Woodworks grow over the years. So that's what I have here to announce, is that over the past few months, we've been building a shop expansion here for Salish Woodworks. And let me show you some of what we've done so far, little tour of what the plan is, and I'm very, very excited to share. So as you know, those who've been following me for a while, this is my current shop. It's where I started Salish Woodworks and have expanded the tooling, efficiencies. We got projects going here. It is a small shop. It's about 275 to 300 square feet, probably about 250, 275 of usable space. And this has been the home of Salish Woodworks since we first opened. It's been an exercise in creativity and setting up a shop that has everything on wheels, with the exception of the center station, everything able to move around and give us efficiencies. But very, very excited that we're going to be expanding the shop that way. In working with permitting process, figuring out zoning for where the expansion can be, talking to neighbors, making sure we're being great community members, we've chosen to expand the shop out the back of the shop here. And we're going to add about 700 square foot of total footprint, and about 675 square feet of internal space, which will nearly triple the size of space that we have for Salish Woodworks. I'll show you now a few short videos of the ground expansion and kind of what the plan is, and I'll take you outside, show you where we're at today. But right now, it's just we're getting ready for our first concrete pour of the footings and the stem wall, I think it's called, from the outside. And I'll take you outside, show you what we've got so far, what we're going to be doing, and what the plan is for that. We're actually not going to lose the shop, we're going to expand the shop. So that was a big important thing for us, is not to just move this current shop and also not shut down this shop while we construct the new building, but to connect the two. So this window right here, as you can see, we're going to remove this window. This will become a double fire door so that we'll have two separate spaces. This area will have some tooling in it, some wood storage, but also be a great place to store and finish pieces. Most of the construction process will happen in the new shop, but this will actually be an expansion to just about 900 square feet between the two buildings, and really excited for that square footage and what we're going to have. But let's take you outside now, show you what we've done so far and what the plan is for construction. So here it is, established 2020, 4 years now. We're finally expanding the shop. So excited, man. I am just like, can't believe it. I'm kind of in awe of where we're at. But this is the shop exit here. Home to my house is right here, and this is where the expansion will begin. This is where we're at today. So the building, I'll walk down here. This is the footprint, about 700 square feet. It's 36.5 feet long by 19 feet wide. Again, this will be a double fire door, and the plan is so that to minimize the impact on the business and the business process, we're going to be building this building almost in its entirety, and then we'll be connecting the two, hopefully in about less. I won't have to shut down for more than a week while we frame out the door and connect the actual two buildings. But again, I'll be walking you through the process as we go in this video series. This started by grading it out, started to dig down and remove material for these footings. Because the yard is sloped, we actually have to extend up. It's just about 2 feet raise here in the back, but coming later this week, we're going to be pouring our stem walls around the outside. Concrete guys are coming tomorrow morning early to finish laying the rebar. We have another inspection tomorrow, and the actual floor level of the concrete will be matching kind of this level right over there for continuous floor. So there'll be no seam, no door, well, there'll be a seam, but no doorway change in terms of height, so that big machines can be moved between the two shops should I ever need to rearrange the shop space. But we are now getting ready for a concrete pour here. The other things we're doing, just as a quality of life, we're going to be extending the concrete all the way out to match this slab, which is our patio. We're going to be raising the level of the concrete all the way up to here. So this little piece will get torn out. We're going to raise the level all the way up to there. And then the concrete guys are also going to extend these stair treads around in a concrete pour, move this railing so that we have a full kind of flowing access. Our plan for the future, because we're going to have a wall here, is this will be an outdoor kitchen area. Build that out in the future. We're going to retain that power supply and obviously reroute the gutters and that kind of stuff. As far as external look at the building, let me talk a little about what the plan is. So again, the building will extend this way. We'll get 19 feet, lots of internal space for working, and we'll put a window on this side, not only so we can see back into the kitchen, but so it's not just a blank wall when you're looking out of the home. This long stretch here will have two very wide windows, 60-inch wide windows by 48 inches tall. They'll all be mounted at counter height on the inside so that we can put a bench along that wall and provide lots of natural sunlight. In the center here, there'll be probably 3 or 4 stair treads down to a double French door that will open to the outside, so that we can either move pieces out if we need to for some reason. Won't really need to go bring stuff out of here, but that's, the doors can be open when we have an open in and out space here. At some point, we're going to build in a Trex deck here, and that'll kind of increase the living space from this slab all the way out here. Let's talk some more about the inside. So I spent probably 6 months pouring over designs, going back and forth. The shape of the building actually changed quite a bit. It was supposed to be narrower and longer, going almost all the way to the fence, but we have a mandatory offset in our zoning. So this is the kind of the max size that we could do in terms of footprint, in terms of length of the shop. And we actually expanded it a little wider than we initially wanted to, just to get some more square footage so that it was an effective use of our money to expand the shop. Again, bring this in so that it looks like the correct siding for the house, has the same exterior look, white windows, this kind of green siding there, and the roof will match the same pitch as well, so it'll all kind of flow together. On the inside, it's going to be built really, really well for efficiency. It'll be a mini split, fully insulated all around. You can see behind me, we've got some foam insulation for insulating the slab. It'll be what's called slab on grade, so it'll be a concrete floor that's elevated to be flat from obviously the existing shop. And then all the walls will be drywalled out. A couple things that are really important, not only for myself, but for my neighbors. 2 walls here, the back wall here and this end wall here, will be double insulated for soundproofing. They'll have double the amount of drywall on them, and will provide sound insulation to keep any noise out of the. It's going to be nice, kind of peaked ceiling with manufactured trusses. There will be 4 skylights on top here facing on the north side, so that there's some beautiful natural light that comes in along with the windows. On the west facing side, there'll be some high windows that'll add natural light in without, you know, having windows that open into my neighbor's yard. On the inside, tons of electrical. We're actually going to be increasing the amperage to the property by 100 amps. This will have its own dedicated fuse box, and then it will also have a dedicated on-off for the entire shop, so we can flip the entire shop off electrically. And then we're going to do a combination of 110 volt switches that are actually in the drywall, as you would see in a standard home, and then there'll be 220 volt that's mounted in conduit for flexibility. So if I ever need to move stuff around, or I want to orient machines in a different space, that'll be able to do that as well. So that's where we are at this point, and in the videos you saw, that's kind of the progress over the last few weeks. And I want to restate again, I can't thank my wife and my family for investing in the business financially, as well as their time and support. It means so much that I'm able to chase this dream and continue to build Salish Woodworks, and I am so excited to see this shop come together, to see a shop that I designed and worked with our craftspeople to put together a shop that's going to work great for the business. It's going to look beautiful, and it's going to be a great welcoming space, hopefully, for the community here in Seattle for Salish Woodworks. And I'm so excited to share with you over the next few weeks how this process came together, and I hope you'll stick around and watch this series and check it out and enjoy it. So thanks so much for following along, and we'll see you over the next few weeks.